Good evening. Good afternoon. Well, the life of a reserved individual, it it appears to be fun. Some people that live their lives in a reserved fashion are a little bit. They seem to be great at doing multiple things, but if you're just one of those reserved individuals, and once you do a few things, it can kind of be like it's a work in progress. But I don't know. I guess staying to oneself is just seems to be fun. Like it's like less to worry about in this world. It's less to really. I don't know. It's like a free world in a sense because it's your own world and like you dictate on how you want it to be in a sense. And socializing, we all know you got to do that to some capacity, but it's not like so much as like where there's like a major obligation as to being very social. And some people are just socially wired different, as I am. I'm in my car right now, just doing my thing until I got to go to work. So it's like socializing. It's okay and dandy, but I guess for the people that has always been withdrawn and to themselves, it just seems like the thing to do. It's like more comfort, you know. Because with people that stay to themselves, they'll feel more comfortable being in their room as opposed to being in a group or at a party. So it's like, and I just think it's like a free will thing. People have the choice to live however they want to live, and there's some people that like to live behind the scenes of life, and that's how I always wanted to live. I have friends in the past, some people that I always had great memories with. A lot of people we lost contact. A lot of people I just stopped talking to, whether it be being phony or just want to just stop being friends. It's like, I enjoyed those moments, but I think I really more so enjoyed the moments in which I stayed by myself. I stayed doing my own thing. Yeah, it's like it's just a world that appears to be like when you're in your own world, it's like you don't really have to worry about these things, certain particular things. You don't have to worry about how someone feels or how they want you to be. It's like, it's just like it's all dependent upon you. It's just like being with the world is like they want you to be a certain way. They want you to climb the proverbial ladder of success. They want you to shoot towards the heavens in terms of things to accomplish and do. And if you don't do those things, you're considered as a failure, a low life, and all this crap. And but then sometimes with the people that are having so much success, they're going through a lot of inner turmoil inside them, and depression, anxiety, and all sorts of other things. Because sometimes I would be at the job and I see how the people that are making big bucks. Sometimes I would see their facial expressions and see how they were when leaving, and some of them just seem pissed off or depressed and sad. So it's like I don't get this whole thing when people say it's like, oh well, success is great. It's like, man, you see some of these celebrities how they deal with success. It's kind of like, I don't know. To me, it's just one all big blur. So it's like when you stay inside your own world, it's just like you're cognizant of how people are, but it's like you're more so involved in how you're living, really. And to me, I never really truly understood the real meaning of living life anyway. I always understood it as really just existing and maneuvering through each day, going through things. So that's how I see how life is. I can't really so much as see life as how like Joe Blow sees it or these sets of people see it. To me, this is existence, and it's like it has its trials and tribulations, and you got some good times. Other times, it's like I don't know. To me, it's all about survival for me. Some people want to be very successful in life and just be known and remembered, great character. And hey, that's fine and dandy. But for me, at the end of the day, as long as I can say that I survived in this terrain, this world, that's the thing that matters to me the most. You know, because I may not have any college degree, I may not be very social, I have 500 friends on Facebook, but at least I can say that I survived in this world, you know? Yeah, because I think I'm the type of person that don't really learn from my mistakes, really. I think I keep making the mistakes, so I guess I have this theory or this plan like, if I prevent myself from making my mistakes, it's not so much as learning from my mistakes, but just keeping myself from making these mistakes. It's like the same as it's like the same thing for a person that loves drinking and they're not really great when they drink, but instead of learning from it, they just simply just don't have any drinks around them, nor they go to those places where it'll tempt them to drink. So yeah, so I guess I just believe in the sense of prevention when it comes to mistakes. And people are going to make mistakes, you know. I hear all these cliches and these things about, oh, hey, man, I'm only human. But then on the other side, it's like, well, you need to learn, you need to be mature, you need to stop making these mistakes. So this whole world is just sometimes confusing because people have these ideas and these sayings, and it's just like, I think the world, in my opinion, just doesn't really know what to do. Because we have a president every year or whatever, and the guy makes rules or whatever, or he's involved in with trying to shift the United States in a certain way. But it's like, man, people are still gonna suffer. You know, people are still gonna go through death, tragedy, heartbreaks, letdowns, and tough times and tough days at work. So I don't really get this whole president thing or this whole thing of America needs to, we're the greatest country of all time. It's like, man, there's people that's living depressed out here. You know, there's people that's going through so much tragedy. So it's just like, I guess part of me, this is why the reason why I don't get too much involved into the world, because it's like the everyday thing. It's like there's always something for you to prove in this life. There's always something for you to have to do. You know, there's always some type of hurdle that you have to climb over in life. There's always just something, you know? In my opinion, I believe existence should be more so about enjoyment rather than struggle. Struggle, I'm pretty sure it builds character, and that's great. But it's like, I mean, in this existence, we don't know what in the world happens after this. We all have our different sets of beliefs, but it just seems as though like we should be able to enjoy this existence way more than struggling, you know? I just believe that the way how life has been set up, it shouldn't have been set up like this, you know? But I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just weird like that. I just think outside the norm of how life is. I see it like, you know what? We're living in this type of world. We should make it as enjoyable as we can because we don't really know what's going to happen afterwards. You know, we're just sitting. It's like we're just sitting, but it's like we're making these things and these ideas and these beliefs on succeeding in life. But how about enjoyment? I don't think we do enough of that. You know, I'm not saying we should just sit on our butts and just be playing basketball and going out with friends every day in every hour. But it just seems as though like people in life don't enjoy enough. It just seems like we struggle way too much. I believe that the future, the people that's going to be living in the future generation should try to enjoy this existence way more than struggle. Because struggle's already going to come. It's just like human suffering. You know, it's going to be there in a sense. So it's like, I don't know. But, you know, living to yourself is like, it's like it's like you block yourself from the world in a sense. it's like a lot of things that are of the world you don't really so much as get involved in with or really truly understand. And remember, there are some cons as to staying to yourself. But I believe in terms of freedom and free will, I think it's worth it. You know, because I had some great times staying to myself. I remember I went to see a movie a couple years back, and it was the funnest time I ever had. You know, I bought like $1 hot dog from the movie theater, and I was just so pumped up, listening to music and on the bus, and just having a great time. And going to the movie was like a mental amusement park. I just felt so alive. It was just great. And then afterwards, I got this new type of smoothie that I never tried before. This pineapple banana smoothie. I think it was just great. So it's just like I know how to have fun by myself. You know, I had great times with people as well, but it just seems like it's like an open, blind adventure when you do your own thing. That's the thing I love about being introverted or just being by yourself. Because I remember I seen an introvert at this coffee shop one time, and she was just having a ball. She didn't have she wasn't with any friends, but she had her laptop out. She was doing her homework. She was drawing. She was playing the game. She was listening to music. I was like, wow, I would love to get that comfortable and just be in my own little world and just be of the world. But it's like I'm closed in, but having a great time. You know, that's why I think when you reach that level of being to yourself, then that's when the floodgates open. That's when just everything just seems to. It's like you find yourself more. You find more of a comfort in your own skin. You know, because honestly, I'm not really all that comfortable in my skin, really that much, especially at work. Working, it's like it's okay, you know, but it's like it's like there's always the nerves but the good thing is the type of job I do, it's not like I'm so much as communicating with people all the time. I'm like doing security, so it's like I had like a truck gate, so I talk to truck drivers here and there, and you know I sometimes get in conversations with them, but for the most part I just do the job or whatever. I do like how it's like I'm by myself at the job because working with all types of personalities and how people feel, and you know you just feel like a little bit, oh my god, I gotta get out of here, you know. So in the whole hermit life, you know, or just staying to oneself, I just think it's a beautiful life. And there's been some famous people in the past, you know, past centuries, like the Emily Dickinsons of the world, the Emily Brontes. You know, they were, the thing about them, they were very successful, or they were very very gifted. For me, I'm not too sure what I'm gifted at, but the thing about it, and the H.P. Lovecrafts of the world were to themselves. You know, some of those people were probably agoraphobic and just didn't really like to socialize that well, or they had like deep psychological fears on certain things to the outside world. But then I looked at people like Andy Warhol. He was painfully shy. He wasn't great, super great at socializing, but he was a great artist. Great artist. So it's like, I guess if you have great talent, then that can somehow subside with your social inabilities. Yeah, so I know I'm jumping off from subject to subject, but I don't know, I guess I'm just one of those random talkers. I just talk about one particular subject, then I go off and talk about something completely different. So, but yeah, if you get a little bit tired, listen to the video. You know, I can understand. So, but yeah, then I was watching videos on other hermits on YouTube and people that just stay to themselves. They just seem as though like they're happy with who they were. You know, they went through life and they went through things, and they're probably depressed in some areas, but depression is depression. You know, sadness is sadness. But I believe that isolation, it has its negative effects, but it's not all bad. You know, it's just like the world. It's not all bad. There's some bad things that's involved in with it, but it's not 100% bad. Yeah. Sometimes the simpleness of staying to oneself just appears to be, if you can enjoy simpleness while you're living a reserved life, then I think that's when you'll